Hi, I'm Karen Hodgins, Kids Personal Finance Educator, and today we're going to talk about the Rule of 72. Some people like to call the Rule of 72 the doubling rule because it's a very cool mathematical formula that tells you how long it's going to take before your money doubles. Now, your money does not double by magic. That would be really nice, but that's not how it works. You actually need to do something with your money in order to make it grow. A lot of people like to put their money into different investments like bonds, CDs, mutual funds, individual stocks in the stock market, and so forth, in the hopes that their money is going to grow over time. And so what the Rule of 72 tells us is when we plug the numbers in, how long before the money that we put in becomes twice as large. So here's the Rule of 72. I wrote it out for you. 72 divided by, this symbol here means divided by the interest rate that you're getting, okay, equals the number of years before your money doubles. All right, then I wrote it like a mathematical formula down here. 72 divided by I, which is the interest rate, equals the number of years. Let's do a quick example. 72 divided by, let's say you're getting 8% annual interest. We're going to do annual. So 8%, I'm just going to write 8 here. Okay, equals 9, and this 9 represents the number of years. So every 9 years, your money is going to double. Okay, so before we get to the actual activity, I want you to spend just a couple seconds and think about some of the things that you like to do in your spare time. Is it reading or riding your bike or hanging out with your friends, sleeping? Okay, and that's going to become relevant at the end of the activity. All right, so we're going to start the activity and we're going to use that Rule of 72 formula and we're going to plug in some numbers. The annual interest rate that we're going to use for this illustration is 12%. So 72 divided by 12% annual interest rate equals 6. And remember, this 6 means how many years it's going to take for it to double. All right, so here's the activity. Let's say you're 18 years old and you have saved $1,000. I'm going to use cubes to represent the money. Here is a cube, and this cube represents the $1,000 that you have saved. There you are at 18. You're getting 12% annual interest rate, and there's your original $1,000. Now, according to the Rule of 72, it's going to take 6 years for that $1,000 to double. That puts you at age 24, and you now have $2,000, right? According to the Rule of 72. See how this works? 6 years later, you would be 30 years old, and this $2,000 would have doubled to $4,000. What I want you to see is how your money is growing over time. It doesn't look like a whole lot here, maybe not so much here, but look, you're 48 years old here and you've got $32,000. Your pile is growing, your pile is growing, and holy moly, look at all of these cubes. Remember, each one of these cubes represents $1,000. So by the time you're 66 years old, which is about retirement age, right? You have got $256,000. How did you do that? You took $1,000, there it is. You invested it. It earned 12% annual interest. And then you, remember those activities that I told you to think about in the beginning that you like to do in your spare time? You read, you rode your bike, you were sleeping, and you're earning all of this money while you're doing things that you love to do because you knew the significance of putting your money someplace, investing it, and then letting it go, okay, and letting it do its magic, and grow and grow and grow. Okay, so my question to you is this. See this $1,000? You could be 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 years old. Between that age and 18 years old, do you think that you can possibly save $1,000? Could you mow some lawns? Could you have a paper route? Could you pet sit? Think of things that you really like to do and then find a way that you can earn that money. Because if you can do that and you could take this $1,000 when you're 18 and you can invest it and you can leave it there, you too can end up with $256,000 by the time you're 66 years old. And that's pretty cool. And that's the Rule of 72.